What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching the video. This is the first one, and we're gonna blind taste some wine.
The go-getter, the go-getter. I got a table at the Rainbow Room. I told my wife I'd be home soon. Big ships are approaching the docks. I got my high-five bone box, mashed potatoes in cellophane. I see my life going down the drain. Hold me, baby, and don't let go. Pretty girls help to soften the blow.
All right, here we are. So what are we doing today? We're gonna blind taste 6 wines, and these are all coming from the Master of the World Blind Tasting Kit. This is done by the great people at Full Circle Wine Solutions, Lee Meng Stroh, Evan Goldstein, Master Sommelier, Andrea DeLugos, and working along with them for the Master of the World wines are Master Sommeliers Madeline Trefan and Tim Gazer. So we are in really, really great hands with them putting this together for us. How it works, they send the 6 wines in these convenient 187 milliliter bottles. That's about 6+ ounces, so a really nice amount of wine. So you can taste the wines, maybe a little left over. You could share it with another person if you wanted to, but they're designed for one person. And along with that comes a tasting mat, and on the website you can put in all of your thoughts about the wine, all of the descriptors and everything that we'll go through here, and I'll show that to you in the video as well. And of course you get to find out what the wine is, which is the most exciting part. So we're ready to go. We've got some water right here. We've got my spit cup right here, very important. And I've got the wines. They have been open for about 15 minutes or so per the instructions. And let's get started. Okay, wine number 1. Wine number 1 is a white wine. It is not totally free of gas. It is free of flocculation. It is clear. It is day bright. It is a gold color of medium plus intensity with a medium plus viscosity. On the nose, the wine is sound. The wine is medium plus intensity. The wine smells just barely developing. Ripe Meyer lemon, mandarin orange, yellow lemon, tangerine, quince here, stone fruits, nectarine, apricot, a little bit of mango and pineapple as well. The fruit condition is all very ripe, maybe a little overripe, slightly bruised in character. The florals here, definitely some lilac, maybe a little bit of elderflower, some pretty strong like a yellow dandelion kind of thing. Green vegetables, not a ton. There's a little bit of a grassy note to it, like a crunchy celery thing, but the wine is not terribly vegetal in any way. Herbal notes, definitely. We have got to talk about some lemongrass, a little bit of chive, a pine needle kind of thing going on, rainwater. Spices, bit of white pepper, sesame, nothing too crazy in the spice department. Earth, definitely like a mushroomy, turned earth, soily kind of thing going on to it. Definitely got like a really intense kind of chalk limestone minerality sense to it. I don't think this wine's seen any new oak, but it definitely has a little bit of like an oxidative note. It's got a little bit of cashew, hazelnut thing going on. So I think that this wine either has a little bit of bottle age and possibly some aging in some older oak barrels, maybe bigger, but definitely some sort of air integration. But it's still pretty vibrant. It's not. It's definitely not an old wine. Not a ton of lees to talk about. Has a little bit of like a sour cream kind of thing, but I don't think that this wine has sat on the lees for a really long time. Structure-wise, the acid here is pretty ripping. I'm going to go ahead and say it's a high acid wine. The alcohol is rather high also. The wine is dry, which is kind of important. The body of the wine is medium plus. Has a little bit of a bitter thing going on. Aspirin kind of thing. Just a little texture to the wine. I would classify this wine as a gritty and astringent texture. The flavor intensity is in your face. It's pretty high. The complexity is high. Pretty awesome. So, pre-conclusion, I think this is an old world wine from a moderate climate. Possible varieties here: Chardonnay, Chenin Blanc. It could be Pinot Grigio. I'm going to throw Chardonnay out because it just doesn't have that really rich kind of creamy thing. I don't think there's any new oak on it, which doesn't take it out of the realm. But I think that we're dealing with something a little bit more traditionally made. Possible countries: this wine could be from France or Italy. Young, I'd say it's probably got a few years on it. So let's say the age range is 2013 to 2016. Final conclusion: a 2015 Chenin Blanc from France, probably from the Sommelier appellation, because it is a dry wine, and I think it is of very high quality and complexity. So here you are seeing me enter in all of the descriptors from the tasting into the Master of the World website. And it is a lengthy list of wine descriptors. I would encourage everyone to be super familiar with pretty much every single thing on this list. If there's something you don't know what it is, if you've never tasted it, if you've never smelled it, the flowers or the nuts or even the fruits, go out and find them because that is your recall list as you blind taste wine. If you don't know what a rose smells like versus a lilac, then you're never going to be able to figure it out. And then here at the bottom, I am entering in our final conclusion: 2015 Chenin Blanc from the Old World, from France, from the Loire Valley, from Anjou, and the Sommelier appellation. Classification, I put none, and then I rated the wine 5 glasses out of 5 because I thought it was super delicious. And then we submit the wine. Hey, have you liked this video? If you have, do me a favor, hit that like button real fast, just smash it. It's the best way to show your support for a video. And don't forget, there are 5 more wines in this flight that I've just blind tasted. So hit that subscribe button as well so you can stay up to date and see these next videos as soon as they come out. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about the video or wine or whatever, put them down in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And now let's find out what that wine was. All right, so we were pretty close here. As you can see here, they give you a sensory score, which we did not do very well on, 1 star out of 5. And then the deduction score, the identification of the wine, 4 stars out of 5 is pretty good. The sensory score, not as good, but kind of still learning about how Master of the World descriptors kind of go together. Pretty good. So this wine was Vouvray, Tanya and Vincent Carême. Vouvray is in the Loire Valley of France, very close to Sauvignon, and always made from Chenin Blanc. So we were right on the world. We were right on the grape variety. We were a little off on the vintage. I said 2015. This is a 2018. But that's tricky on Vouvray because Vouvray does always have a little bit of that oxidative, nutty kind of style that can really kind of throw you for a little bit of a loop when trying to figure out exactly what vintage it's from. Kind of the main difference, I would say, that I missed in identifying it as Vouvray and Sauvignon, I think, is the minerality. Vouvray is grown in a much softer soil called tuffeau. It's kind of a clay limestone mix, gives it like this really kind of forgiving and lush style of minerality, whereas Sauvignon is grown in a blue schist soil. The wines are really much more intense, really much more hard edge. I kind of missed that on the wine. So that's kind of what I would say about that effort right there. As you can see, kind of going down the page here, they will give you a bit of a description of the wine as well as the label. And moving on down farther, you can see kind of all of your answers on the left-hand side there, the correct answers on the right side, kind of the answer key, and what you might get full credit, partial credit for based on the green color versus that kind of orange color, and then incorrect answers in the purple. And then it will go down to the bottom and it'll show you what the wine was again. I missed a lot of things when I was filling it out, which is a big no-no. But other than that, I think this is a pretty good tasting. So we'll see what wine number 2 brings.
The go-getter, the go-getter. I got a table at the